So when we pursue a career, hobby, how can we be confident that it will not take priority over God? This is a good question. So when you look at your career, your hobby, my career, we have to ask ourselves the question: if this is taken away from me, here's a practical question. If this is ever taken away from me, how would I respond? Anything that becomes your everything becomes an idol. Anything that becomes your everything becomes an idol. If you have a brand new car and you park across maybe 5 parking spaces, that's a pretty good indication that that might be an idol. If you're cutting your grass every day, that might be an idol. Anything that becomes your everything can become an idol, more than likely. And so, is there a willingness to give that thing up if God interrupts your heart? So if you're working 70 or 80 hours a week, that might be, your job might be an idol. If your job is keeping you from praying and reading scripture, that might be an idol. If your hobby is keeping you away from God, keeping you away from the community of faith, keeping you from reading the scripture, praying to God, then that might be an idol. So one of the healthy things is to have a community of people around you that is safe, that can actually give you feedback on. Now, I know that's hard because we like our privacy. And yet part of what it means to live in the body of Jesus is that I give other men and women access to my life to actually to say, hey Marvin, like you are a rabid Spartan fan. And the way you talk when you are at Spartan Stadium or the Brez, that is so different than the way I hear you talk on Sunday. I don't do that. I'm just saying. If you heard that, all right? So it is. If it's not drawing me, if it's not helping me in my relationship with Jesus, drawing me closer, moving me closer, then I think we have to evaluate those things. Our jobs, they are there as a delivery system. This is key. God has given each one of us a calling, whether it's encouragement, whether it's mercy, whether it's peace, whatever. He's given each one of us an entrustment. And the jobs we work is just a delivery system to actually live out our calling. Now because he's in the room and I can see him, Steve Kirsten is a football coach at Williamston. And he works in the classroom as well. But Steve's calling is to invest in the lives of young men and women as God brings them in his life. That is his calling. Him being a football coach is just the delivery system to accomplish his calling. Does that make sense? See, that's a different way of us thinking, is that God has placed us in the places where we are, and the places where we are is just a delivery system. Jake Boss is a baseball coach. But Jake Boss is, yes, a baseball coach, but being a baseball coach is just a delivery system to invest in the lives of young men. Jeff Stoll is a teacher, and he's a good teacher, but he should not fall in love with teaching per se. He should fall in love with the calling that, and it could be enmeshed, that his job, his calling, is to invest in the lives of young people. The classroom is just the delivery system to do that. And so that is, man, if we ever thought about it like that, we will see ourselves as missionaries literally all over this city.